Pongo Labyrinth is this abstract horror short that makes it showcase a live stream. So you see the stream starting soon sign, and then it pops to the labyrinth itself, and you're faced with the person and the mask. And the masks tend to change. It gets pretty trippy and glitchy, as technology tends to do, as you're sort of met face to face with this individual, which, can go and point towards this, bigger idea of parasocial relationships. We often see the many masks that they put in front of us, and sometimes we get entranced or intoxicated by the idea of who this person is, but all we're seeing are these constant masks being laid down around us.
This was a little strange, but interesting at the same time because they used mixed mediums. The beginning kind of looks like construction paper, and then the creatures at the end kind of look like clay, maybe, with stone. Just different mixtures with cloth and all that. It's really stop motion animation, I guess, in this labyrinth, showing the different levels of it. I've never actually seen a film that used what looked like construction paper before and then go to clay and claymation and stuff like that. This was quite different, quite interesting with the way they use this technique. Mixed medium isn't used very often, and so they incorporated that very well. The story was a bit confusing. Things falling down a hole in the labyrinth, and I don't know if they were dying or being murdered or what, just because they got stuck in a hole, but I did like the use of the mixed medium stop motion.
Pongo Labyrinth. I really liked some of the animation with this, and the sound effects I thought were really, really good. And I love the fact that the filmmakers just went hog wild with the creativity. I think that that was really, really cool, and you could see how creative it was. But I think a little bit more time could have been spent on the technical aspects and the story. Like in the beginning, I don't know if it was supposed to be blurry, but it was blurry. And there were a couple of other things that, little attention to detail there. It would have been great. But I loved the creativity.
Pongo Labyrinth. Okay, this was a very strange experience, but it is supposed to be a strange experience. I think that is more of an abstract horror film, like there's no story, there's no, at least not in a clear linear way, but instead you are introduced to this series of old-fashioned, odd images, and it makes you somehow uncomfortable. Uh, it gets to your subconscious. You feel odd and uncomfortable, and it creeps you out. And there are a few images when it changes color, when the image moves too fast, that you feel like dizzy or something. I don't know how to explain it, but it was a very interesting experience to watch. It was very unique, and I liked the retro vibe of it, like because it has these visuals that feel like very late 19th, early 2000s computer program stuff, and I like those. So I enjoyed this film even though I didn't quite understand it. It was one of those films that you don't need to understand but rather to feel, and I think that the filmmaker did an excellent job gripping the audience, so well done.